Why it's important to have a single point of contact. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Kevin. So, I've spent over a decade running an agency where we had lots of points of contact. So, this would be on my team side, where every one of my members of my team would talk to the client individually about different things, web or SEO or whatever it may be. And then on the client side, we always had tons of different people on their side that had different needs and things that email me and my team and call and whatever. And at Array Digital, we started off where everyone kind of talked to the team. We had Jake talking to the team, Jamal talking to the team, me or the other salesperson talking to the team on the client side. And so now, over the last year and a half, I would say we've established a single point of contact, and this has been very important to establish very early on. So at the sales side, early on, once they become a client, the salesperson now establishes, hey, this is Jamal. He's your single point of contact. You're going to talk with him about everything. He will go get the resources he needs or pull on a team member if needed, but he's always going to be there to be a liaison to the whole project. So Jamal can go talk to the web developers and get information if he needs to, or bring them into a call if he has to. The other important thing is to establish a single point of contact on the client side. There's nothing worse than having 5 or 6 decision makers on the client side that are involved. So you want to establish that single point of contact. Now, they're going to copy other people, and you're going to have calls with other people on the client side. There's no way to avoid that. But as long as it's clear that there's this one person that's responsible and the single point of contact. This avoids tons of issues with lost emails, different email threads, or he said, she said, all these different things that can happen. And then there's all these side conversations that, our point of contact might not know about if there was these, my web developer talking to another random person on the client side. So we like to keep things clean, and this avoids a ton of issues. I know we've had a lot of lessons learned in the past where we go through exercises to find out what went wrong, how do we mess this up, and having a single point of contact on both sides has alleviated a lot of those issues. So make sure, especially if you do projects or ongoing work, that you have a single point of contact established on both sides very early on. So they're right at the beginning of the project before anything starts. Make sure that's established, and it's going to be a lot easier. If you're trying to do this retroactively, it can be a lot harder, especially if you have a client that's used to being able to call on anyone they want. It's almost like you're taking things away from them. And so it's going to be a lot harder to do like that. So again, establish this very early on. Single points of contacts.